Well, hello everyone. Welcome to a special Mouse Madness Friday night live stream. I'm your host, Walkover. For anybody that's joining us on the replay, welcome in. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so. Just go ahead and hit that subscribe button and also hit that bell notification. That way, every time we go live or post a new video, you'll be notified. Today's video is kind of a last-minute, spur-of-the-moment video. It's kind of a free-for-all Friday. They normally have Friday night videos going out and live streams. Resort TV 1 usually goes live. But tonight they didn't, and there wasn't any real live streams going on. So I said to myself, why don't we go live for a little while? We'll talk about some stuff. Talk about all kinds of different things. A potluck of stuff. We'll talk DC. We'll talk Marvel. We'll talk Disney parks. We'll talk your Christmas haul. What you get for Christmas. We'll talk about all kinds of different things. And if you are watching the replay, go ahead and hit that like button for us as well. And also subscribe, like we said, to the channel. And please, if you also could, go ahead and comment. We'd love to see your comments down below. But let's get started. First of all, anybody that's coming in, welcome in. I'm just going to get everything set up here. Again, I haven't really set everything up. It's kind of a last minute thing, but I appreciate anybody that's out there. Welcome in. And yeah, I just thought it would be fun. We didn't have anybody going live tonight that normally goes live. So I said, you know what? Let's go live for a little while, see who's out there, see who we can talk to, and just kind of have some fun with it. Well, welcome into the chat from everybody as the dog is whining in the background. But I wanted to talk about a few different topics tonight. We never really, on this channel, we talk a lot about comics. We talk about Marvel. We talk Lord of the Rings. We talk Disney. But we don't talk a lot of DC. So I thought tonight would be a good night to kind of talk about some DC stuff as well. Talk about characters, movies, what we think of them. Because I was thinking about going tonight to the movies to see Aquaman, which we haven't seen yet. None of us here. And I thought, you know, that might not be a bad idea. But we'll have to see. Maybe we'll do that. Maybe we won't. But I wanted to see who out there has seen it so far. Has anybody seen Aquaman? Has anybody not seen it? Hey, Juan, welcome in. You are first in line, buddy. You're just doing a quick live stream tonight. I knew that Resort TV 1 didn't go live, so I said to myself, you know, let's jump on for a little while and do some free-for-all Friday, I'm going to call it. Kind of potluck. We'll talk about anything anybody wants to talk about. We can talk Disney. We can talk Marvel. We can talk DC. We can talk Lord of the Rings. We can talk Christmas. Whatever everybody wants to talk about. I know Zoe, I think, has been going live a lot out in Disneyland. Yeah, I haven't seen it yet either, Juan. I'm hoping to see it. I was going to go tonight, but it didn't work out. So tomorrow is my birthday, so I think for my birthday we're probably going to go see Aquaman. Whether Melissa wants to or not. I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to go see Aquaman for sure. So that ought to be fun. Hey, Brian, welcome in. I'm doing good, buddy. I'm doing good. Just kind of a last-minute late live stream. I said earlier how, you know, Resort TV 1 didn't go live tonight. It didn't look like anybody else was really going live. So I said, you know, let's go live for a little while and have like a kind of a potluck free-for-all Friday. See what everybody wants to talk about. Have some fun. And, you know, if we don't get a lot of people, we don't have to stay on that long. But I thought it would be a good time. Juan, I bet. I'm sure of that, man. Absolutely. Oh, did you see her last night at Downtown Disney, Juan? Was she there? Like literally, you saw her, or like was it via the live stream? That's really neat if you got to meet her. That's pretty cool because I know she's from this side of the country. She's over on the East Coast in Virginia, so that's pretty cool. Brian, I do want to see Mary Poppins. It's funny you say that because we talked about this yesterday in the Mouse Talk live stream that Melissa and I did. There are really 4 movies out right now that I really want to see. Obviously, Fantastic Beasts, which Dougie from Walter Graham told me wasn't very good. Wreck-It Ralph, Aquaman, and Mary Poppins. So I'd like to see all of them, but I'm not rich, so I can't go and see all of them. But I'm teetering between Mary Poppins and Aquaman. I would like to see it. Oh, that's great, Juan. I'm glad you got to meet them. That's always one of the things I think that Melissa and I look forward to the most when we go to Disney. We met a couple of them with our last trip. We met Resort TV 1 in October. It's always nice when you can meet YouTubers, fellow YouTubers, and people that you consider now your friends, and actually meet them in person would be great. Now, Brian, are you going tomorrow, or are you asking me if I'm going tomorrow? I think we're going tomorrow for sure. You know what? One, I saw the Meg. I didn't mind that movie. I thought it was good. I think part of it is because I went in with low expectations and I didn't know what to expect. But I thought it was actually pretty good. It didn't bother me at all. Yeah, no, Brian, we have Costco. Hey, Jennifer, hope you're doing well. No, we definitely have Costco. Yeah, we don't go to Costco though that often. We've been a couple times, but it's not a place we go to a ton. But yeah, and we're also waiting to hear. Hopefully, at some point, we're hoping to hear from YouTube about monetization. We've hit all the bells and whistles and all the milestones that you got to hit through YouTube to get monetized. So hopefully that'll happen. That'll be really, really nice if we can get that as well. Now, YouTube usually doesn't pay you out until you're every $100 that you hit, that's when they pay you. So we'll see. So hopefully that'll happen soon. You know what, Juan? I've not seen, I have not seen any of the Fast and Furious movies. Not one, if you can believe it. I've never seen a Fast and Furious movie ever. Oh, okay. All right, so you're going tomorrow with Jennifer. Okay, great. I hope so. Brian, let us know how it was. Well, let us know what you thought of it. I think that'd be pretty cool. And it sounds like it sounds like it's going to be a really good time. I think the movie's going to be great. I hope it's great for sure. I know a lot of people are probably out and about tonight, but I said, hey, you know what? I'm going to go live for a little while and see what we got. It's funny. I was looking at some of the websites on news about Disney, and there's all kinds of new stuff. Brian, they say there's a new Matterhorn entrance at Disneyland. Is that true? Oh, I haven't seen them either. Oh, yeah, I haven't seen them. No, I haven't seen them at all. And Juan, that's the truth on a lot of these movies. You'll see some movies that are so bad they're good, and they become nostalgic. It's like that, and it's really true. And I tell you a movie that I always thought was probably one of the campiest movies you'd ever see, but it was so cool, especially for when it was made, was Flash Gordon. Does everybody remember Flash Gordon? They had the Queen music in it. Oh my gosh, that was such a great movie. As bad as it was, I thought it was a great movie. I mean, it had Timothy Dalton was in it. It had, who played Ming the Merciless? Max von Sydow was in it. That was a great movie too. Talk about cheesy and kind of campy, but it was pretty cool. I enjoyed that movie. Oh, Costco can get cheap tickets. Yep. I guess so. Yeah, I guess it can. For sure. I'd have to look into that. He is the guy that talks to fish. And you know, you talk about DC characters, Brian. It's funny you said that. Aquaman is actually, he's one of my DC characters that I really, really like. He's got to be in my top 10. Yep, Highlander, Queen movies. Yep, they're all good movies for sure. Flash Gordon. I love Flash Gordon. You didn't like Flash Gordon? Oh my gosh, that's a classic movie. I could watch that 100 times. That movie is so cool. It's so bad that it's good. Juan hit it right on the head. With some of these movies, they're so bad that it's good. I love watching Flash Gordon. I think I could watch that all the time. I think I have it on DVD. I can't remember if I do or not. But we were talking, my son and I, about DC going and seeing Aquaman, and we were hoping that there'd be maybe some cameos or some of other DC characters in the movie. I don't know if there will be or not. And I don't even know if there's like an end credit scene at the end of this movie. But I love the end credit scene at the end of Justice League. I thought that end credit scene was fantastic. Well, Batman, Juan, it's funny you said that, because Batman is actually my favorite comic book character, period. Marvel or DC. It doesn't matter. Batman is my favorite. I love everything about Batman. I think his character is so complex. He's so wonderful. He teeters on the edge every single time. And I just love that character. But the best Batman for me is really... Now, remember, I'm old school. So, when I think of Batman... Probably the best Batman for me was the one that was the first one to ever do it on the big screen, and that was Michael Keaton. I thought he was really, really good in the role. I liked him as both Bruce Wayne and Batman. Some of these other characters do well as Batman, but they don't do well as Bruce Wayne, and vice versa. But for me, it was Michael Keaton. And I know a lot of people don't agree with that, but he was the best for me. I don't know why. Maybe because he was the first. Adam West was great. Don't get me wrong. I love Adam West too, but that was the TV version. But in the movies, it was definitely Michael Keaton. And Christian Bale has to be second for me. I thought he was fantastic. And Batman the Animated Series was good, Juan. I agree. That was a good animated series. I agree 100%. Brian, I know. Adam West was the campiest, but that's what made him so great. Oh my gosh, I thought that's what made him so wonderful, was the fact that he was so campy that he was cool. I love Adam West. God rest his soul. Oh gosh, he was awesome. Hey, Steve, what's up, buddy? Welcome in. It's just a last-minute live stream. I thought I'd go on live tonight because I knew that Resort TV 1 wasn't, and I said, you know what, let's go live so somebody has something live to watch, if they want. So, yeah, just for a little bit, I figured I'd come on and say hi to everybody. Heath Ledger, best Joker, he is different. Because I think Jack Nicholson did a great Joker. I thought his Joker was fantastic. His Joker and the Joker we got with Heath Ledger, if I can say his name right, they're both great and they're both different. Same character, but different type of character, for sure. I was scared of the Heath Ledger Joker. Jack Nicholson's Joker was just cool. So I love both of them. Hey, Myers and the Mouse, welcome in. Happy Friday to you. Yeah, I agree. And one, I agree. Heath Ledger was fantastic. Yes, the animated series where Harley Quinn originated. How about that? That's interesting. And I love Batman. I just think everything about him is fantastic. You know, he's a billionaire, a playboy billionaire. Kind of like, in a lot of ways, he's like Tony Stark, I think, in a lot of ways. But he doesn't, I mean, he has the high-tech stuff as well. But he's not really in a suit like Iron Man is, not in an iron suit. But he's just different. I don't know. It's just something about Batman that really, I love it. I mean, the bat signal. I remember seeing Batman in 1989 done by Tim Burton for the first time. And the end of the movie, when they showed the bat signal for the first time and the music's playing in the background, it was really, really cool. You got to remember, 1989, I'm 18, giving away my age. I'm 18 years old and I'm watching Batman in the movie theaters, which I never thought would ever happen. I never thought he'd come to the big screen. It was pretty awesome. I loved it. I thought it was great. Myers and the Mouse, hope you're doing well. Appreciate you coming in. Questions too, guys. If anybody has any questions, throw them out to me. We're going to try to have some fun tonight. We'll be on for about an hour or so. Maybe a little less, depending upon, you know, how everybody's doing and how everybody's feeling. But there was some concept art leaked today on Frozen 2, which shows some new outfits and hairstyles for Anna and Elsa, which I thought was kind of neat. And, you know, that movie is right around the corner. I guess Anna is going to have her hair down in this movie, which is kind of neat. I didn't expect that to happen, but we'll have to see. That one's coming up. And, of course, Bo Peep, they're saying she's going to look a little different in the Toy Story 4 movie. So some changes coming to these movies, for sure. Alicia, Batman and Robin. Let me tell you something about that movie, Juan. You know, I don't know how I feel about that movie because I'll be honest with you. The Batman Forever movie with Val Kilmer, I don't think that movie was that bad. I actually enjoyed that movie. I thought it was done pretty well. I thought the two bad guys that they had in the movie were very good. I didn't mind them. I really didn't. I thought that Jim Carrey did a good job as the Riddler, and I thought that Tommy Lee Jones was great as Two-Face. And Val Kilmer wasn't terrible as Batman. He just wasn't. He wasn't great, but he wasn't terrible. So I enjoyed that movie, but Batman and Robin was terrible. I love Arnold Schwarzenegger, and I really was hoping he was going to help make this movie good, but he wasn't. And George Clooney was a terrible Batman, in my opinion. I think he was probably the worst of the group. I think he was probably the worst of the group. Which is too bad because he's probably the best actor of the group. But he didn't do a good job as Batman. Yes, Yvonne Craig. She was the original Batgirl, if I'm not mistaken. Right, Brian? Oh, thank you, Myers and the Mouse. I appreciate it. No problem at all. Again, we're just kind of talking and having fun, so I appreciate you stopping in. Folks, if you haven't subscribed to Myers and the Mouse, please do so. Go out there and check out their channel, and please subscribe to them. And I appreciate you you stopping in. Thank you very much. But we had a lot of different things come out. Take 2 of these and call me. Yep, that's true. But I enjoyed them. I thought it was great. Extra magic hours. Oh. It's funny. That's one of the things that Disney does. Hey, Dan, what's up? Hey, Dan, no problem at all, buddy. I kind of did a last-minute live stream. I knew that, you know, Resort TV 1 wasn't going live tonight. And I said, well, why don't we go live for a little bit and do kind of a potluck free-for-all Friday and just talk about whatever anybody wanted to talk about. So, you know. With tomorrow, Dan, I'm still kind of up in the air. We'll see what happens. Hopefully, I can make it tomorrow night. I really want to. I think it would be great. I know you can't stay. Hopefully, we'll be able to do that. But I would love to be able to drop in and say hi. But yeah, we're kind of talking about everything tonight. We're talking DC characters, Marvel, everything, man. So I'm just kind of reading some of these. Yeah, Jar Jar Binks. Juan, Jar Jar Binks. You know, there are actual people out there that enjoy Jar Jar Binks. Hey, thanks, Dan. I appreciate the birthday wishes. Thank you very much, bud. I definitely appreciate it. And I hope we can make it tomorrow. I think tomorrow night will be a lot of fun. I don't really have an Arnold voice. My son does a good Arnold voice. He doesn't do a bad Arnold voice at all. Mason, my youngest, he's actually pretty good with his voice. He does impersonations. He's pretty good at them, actually. He does a great Smeagol, or Gollum. He does a really good Gandalf. He does a good Arnold. He does some good ones. He really does. No, Steve, I wish I was going to be 29. 29 plus 20, maybe. Dan, me too, man. I don't know. I don't know what George Lucas was thinking when he created that character. I don't even know how to word it. I mean, ultimately, if he had just... Was it the voice or was it the character? You know, I don't know. Because I don't know. I just... It might have been the worst character he's ever created. Get to the chopper. Steve, do you really like Jar Jar Binks? Oh my gosh, man. I can't... No, that character, such a waste. And here's a character that I think was... Hey, Nathan, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for stopping in. The ultimate baddie. How about that? No, well, he wasn't. You know, it's funny because you have a character like Jar Jar Binks who hangs around for all 3 movies, who I don't like the character at all. I think he's terrible. But God bless you, Steve. If you like him, that's cool. And then you have a really good character, a good bad guy, like Darth Maul, and you kill him in the first movie. I don't get it. I don't know. Oh, Steve, don't get me started on the Star Wars movies. I wish I could say I didn't have some bad things to say about Star Wars movies. But part of it with me is because I'm a traditionalist. I think I don't waver very often. And Dan and I have talked about this in the past. You know, I like what I like, and I expect things to be a certain way. And when they're not, I guess I get upset. Darth Maul, man, I love Darth Maul, Steve. I'm telling you, I think he's great. I think he does a great job. His character is awesome. He's great fighting skills. In the Phantom Menace, when they had the fight scene between him and Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan, is such a great scene. Attack of the Clones. Oh, Dan, I know. But you know what, Dan? You know what's actually one of the best parts of Attack of the Clones is the fight between Count Dooku and Yoda, Master Yoda. That was actually really kind of cool. For me, that was the best part of the movie, was that fight scene. You think who's going to be in the next movie, Steve? You think Darth Maul's going to be in Episode 9? No way! No, I don't see it happening. I know he was in. I know he was in the Han Solo movie, but I don't know. I don't see. That would be cool. I mean, personally, I'd be okay with that. But I don't think he's going to be in the next movie. That would be really cool if he was. What makes you think he's going to be in Episode 9, Darth Maul? Because he was alive at the end of the Han Solo movie as a cameo? I don't know. I hope so too. That would be really cool. If they could find a way to do that, that would be really awesome. Man, wouldn't that be cool? They could do like an epic battle between... You can't really do an epic battle with Darth Vader anymore because he's a good guy now. I'll look it up, Brian. I didn't know that. I'm going to look it up, Brian, for sure. But see, Steve, here's what I don't understand. Obi-Wan Kenobi cuts him in half. Literally cuts him in half. And then he falls, God knows how far, down into this hole. And how does he live? I don't understand that. No, it's not. I get that, Dan. I know he says that, but it's really cool to just see him in action. That's all, because that's really the first time we ever see Yoda fight. We don't really ever see him fight before that, so that was really kind of cool. That's all I'm saying. And then the scene in the Revenge of the Sith when he's fighting Emperor Palpatine. That's a really cool scene too. I'm sorry. I just think those were cool. I guess, Steve. I guess his bottom half died and his top half lived. But I don't know. That would be really cool. That would be really cool if they did that. Man, if they could bring him back in some way and have this ultimate battle between Kylo Ren, Darth Maul versus Rey and Ghost Luke. I'm still holding out hope that he's alive. I know. I get it, but I don't know. I was not happy with that, but that's just me. What do I know? But anyway, August of 2019, Dan, we'll be looking for you, buddy. We're hoping to get down there. We'll be dropping our youngest off at college, so we're hoping to spend some time with the Disney YouTubers community. And I tell you what, Dan, we were talking about that earlier with Juan. I think that's one of the best things about going to the parks now is trying to meet up with some YouTube folks, meeting them, and being able to talk about YouTube, talk about Disney, and people that now you consider friends. I think that's pretty cool that we're hopefully going to be able to do that. Like we met Resort TV One, I thought that was wonderful. Oh yeah, no, Dan, I agree with that. That's a good point. It would have been nice if we had held it to Revenge of the Sith. But, you know, either way, it was fine with me. To me, when he fought Emperor Palpatine in Revenge of the Sith, it didn't take away from it because I had saw him fight a little bit in Attack of the Clones. Yeah, it would have been neat to see that for the first time, because then you would have been more like, oh my God, this old guy, this old Jedi, how is he going to ever be able to fight him? And then it would have been cool. Sure, it probably would have made for a little bit of an even better moment. But I do think that fight scene was a really good scene. I think it should have lasted a little bit longer, but I think I wanted it to last longer because I enjoyed it. Hey, Angela, Pirate Princess Red, welcome in. Yeah, Brian, I didn't know that either. See? Brian, I don't know if you're telling me the truth or not sometimes. Jar Jar Binks, man. Oh, gosh. I just don't know what George Lucas was thinking with the prequels, in my opinion, because he had so much content and so much history and story that he could have used, and everything was CGI. I don't think did he use any practical sets at all in this movie? Everything looked fake. Nothing looked real. I don't know. It just didn't. It just did not. It didn't feel like Star Wars almost to me. Dan, we should do that one time. Maybe we can do that one time. We should do a Star Wars stream. I agree, because there's a lot to talk about with Star Wars too. Lord of the Rings is, I had so much fun with that. It was one of my best videos too. Thank you. I'm sure it was because of you guys. But yeah, we can do that one time. We'll have to do a Star Wars stream. with Dan. Steve says Dan's delirious. I didn't like the prequels that much either, Steve. I'm sorry. I don't know. I don't know, dude. It's just something about the prequels. Just something wasn't. They just missed the mark with those movies. I don't know. I just don't know. Yes, a Harry Potter stream too. Angela, we could do that too. I've read all the books. I've seen all the movies. Oh my gosh, a Potter stream could come up too. Hey, Arjons, Richard, welcome in, buddy. Hope you're doing well. Just kind of a surprise stream tonight. We knew that you guys weren't out tonight, Resort TV 1, so I wanted to do something, thought it would be fun. No, Brian, I agree. His movements weren't random. I didn't like that. I don't know. And Steve, that's totally fine. I totally get that. They weren't as good. I don't think any of them, even the newer ones, and I know Dan will disagree, even the newer ones I don't think were as good as the originals. But I don't know. I was so looking forward to the prequels, and I was like, oh my God, this is going to be great. And they just disappointed. Steve, I wish I could say I liked all movies. Hey, that's a good question for everybody that's in the chat. Give me 2 movies that you've seen that are the worst movies you've ever seen. I already know my 2. I just like that, I picked my 2 worst movies. What are your 2 worst movies, period, anything, that you've ever seen? Dan, I agree with you. I didn't mind Phantom Menace, Attack of the Clones. I would totally agree with you 100%. Really, Steve? That's interesting. No, it doesn't make me mad. I mean, to each their own, opinion. That's why you're there. Steve, no, I totally get that. If you like them better than the originals, that's fine. I don't. I think they're fine, but I don't know. I don't even know how to word it. I'm disappointed in the new ones, but that's okay. That's okay. Dan, so bad they're good, or no, just either one. You can do so bad they're good or just the worst. For me, these are 2 that are just the worst. One of them, we almost walked out of the movie. Actually, did we walk out? I can't remember. I think we did. I think one of them we walked out of the movie theaters, and the other one was just bad. I fell asleep. Brian, I'm Gryffindor. Arjons, and you know what, Arjons, and that's totally fine too. I can't say I disliked any of them to the point that I hated them, but there are certain ones I just, they were meh to me. I probably won't watch them again. Steve, I know exactly what movie you're talking about. I never saw it. Slytherin, Brian. How about that? No, I was put in, I was Gryffindor. Yep. Tom Green, Freddy Got Fingered. I never saw it, so I can't say. But for me, the first one I walked out of was when I was younger. I went and saw Dune. Do you guys remember Dune? It had Sting in it. It was the spices and all those giant worms. It was called Dune. 50 Shades of... Dan, you're funny. No, Dune. D-U-N-E. Dune. Not Doom. I know what Doom is as well. That's the one with The Rock, I think. But no, this is called Dune. It was back in the 80s. I think it was the late 80s or early 80s. It's Dune. It had Sting in it. It was about the spice fields or something. And I don't know. It was horrible. What a horrible movie. It was just terrible. I hated it. I fell asleep in that movie. Oh my gosh. Terminator Salvation, yeah, it was not good. And I never saw 50 Shades of either one of them. So I wouldn't know about those. But the other movie... Brian, you're funny. But the other movie I walked out of because I just thought it was terrible. And part of the reason why I thought it was terrible was because I read the book first. And the book was absolutely amazing. And they changed a lot of the movie from the book. Even to the point of, like, people who would die lived, people that lived died. And that was Angels and Demons with Tom Hanks. I don't know if you guys saw that, but I read the book. And the books were fantastic. And the movies were terrible. The movie was terrible. We walked out of that movie. Melissa and I both couldn't believe the amount of changes they made from the book. And we just, oh my God, we walked out. The Room. The Room, Dan, I've never seen The Room. I'll have to look into that. But yeah, that was the one for me, Angels and Demons. Which, oh my God, it was terrible. He is a good author, Brian, and that's the thing. I love the books. The Da Vinci Code, I read that. That was good. I liked it. I loved Angels and Demons. Now, I couldn't get through Inferno. I couldn't get through it. I put it down. But, see, Brian, it just depends on what they do. It just depends on what they do, how they change it. I mean, the Lord of the Rings movies they made changes in those movies from the books, but not to the point that it was a major plot change. It was minor things here and there. But with Angels and Demons, they really changed it too much for us. We were so upset, and that's why. So, The Room, Dan, we'll have to look into it. I've never seen it, never ever seen it, at all. Funny, guys, I was looking at some videos, and I don't know if anybody saw them. I was watching some videos today of Christmas Eve and Christmas Day at like Magic Kingdom and other parks. And I don't think Magic Kingdom would ever be a park that I would go to on Christmas Day or Christmas Eve or New Year's Eve. I'm never going to that park that day. I'm just not. I'm not going to the parks. They're so crowded. The wait times were unbelievably astronomical. I couldn't believe how terrible it looked. And, oh my gosh, I don't know how people do it. Oh, Dan, no, I agree. I agree 100%. I agree. The Hobbit movies were okay. I thought The Desolation of Smaug was actually very good, too. The other ones were okay. I think the first one, An Unexpected Journey, was cool. I thought it was pretty neat. The last one was okay. Battle of the Five Armies. It was probably my least favorite of all of them. Yeah, it's true, Brian. Yeah, that was one of the videos I watched. But, yeah, Dan, I agree. The Hobbit movies, they disappointed me as well. I think part of it was the fact that, if you remember, Guillermo del Toro was originally going to direct. It wasn't going to be Peter Jackson. He was going to produce, but he wasn't going to direct. Guillermo del Toro, halfway through production, dropped out. And I don't think Peter Jackson could put his real imprint on the movies the way he did with The Lord of the Rings because of time constraints. And I think that's what kind of took away from those movies for me. Yeah, for Angela, you're right. The Room sounds like The Cube. And I remember The Cube, too. But I'll have to look into that, Dan. I'll have to look into that. But, yeah, going back to the parks. Oh, my gosh, guys. Has anybody been to Magic Kingdom or Disneyland? Brian, I don't know if you did it. Anybody ever been there on Christmas Day? I don't think I could do it. Yeah, I don't think I could do it. It just, crowds really bother me. And, oh yeah, I know, Brian, I'd get sick too. Crowds really bother me, only to the point that I don't mind. I don't know how to even word it. I mean, I get it. It's Disney. It's going to be crowded, and we understand that. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't think I could do it. Oh, you worked Disneyland one time on Christmas Day, Brian. How about that? Yep. I don't know. I don't think I could do it. I just think it would be too busy. Yeah. See, what did you think of that, Dan? Being filled to capacity like that? Because to me, oh my gosh, dude, I don't think I could do it. I just don't. I don't think I could do it. It's too many people. I don't see. I mean, what can you get done? The lines to get food are going to be long. The lines to get the rides are going to be long. It's going to be crowded to watch the parade. It's going to be crowded to watch the, I mean, when I say crowded, I mean enormously overcrowded to watch the parade, to watch the shows. Yeah, see, that's the thing, Dan, and that's what I don't want. If I'm going to spend my money, I want to be able to enjoy myself, and I don't know that that's enjoyable. Maybe it is. I don't know. But I was watching one video where they were showing somebody on the monorail, and they were showing the line of cars trying to get into Magic Kingdom. It was like, oh my gosh. It was crazy. Me too, Angela. I saw all of the original Star Wars movies in the theaters when they came out. How about that? Hey, Marisol, our Disney Adventures, welcome in. Just having a fun free-for-all Friday stream. Welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Glad you're doing okay. But, hey, I want to ask you guys, Dan, Steve, Brian, everybody that's out there, talk to me a little bit about DC. Because we always talk Marvel, but we never really talk DC, you know, characters and comics. So tell me, if you had to pick, and ladies, you're more than welcome to join in too, if you're big fans of it, tell me who your top 3 DC characters are. Who do you enjoy as DC characters? Is it maybe it's people that haven't gotten into the movies yet? Tell me who you like, and I'll tell you who mine are as well. Oh, Angela, I believe it. I believe it. I totally believe it. We did, Marisol. We got to see all of them. I'll never forget, and I'll tell you a quick story real fast about Star Wars A New Hope. It was 77, 78 when the movie came out. It was summer. And I had a choice between seeing, hey, Amy Scott, welcome in, how are you? I had a choice between seeing, I can't remember what it was now, but I remember, well, no, I remember what it was. My sister wanted to go see Star Wars. I didn't want to see it. It didn't interest me. So we all had to go because it was a whole family that was going. And we went to the movie theaters to see Star Wars, and I fell in love with that movie. It was unbelievable. I couldn't believe how fantastic it was. And every year after that, we went back and saw all of them in the movie theaters. And I remember seeing Return of the Jedi in the movie theaters and coming out of the movie theater as a kid crying because Darth Vader had died and he was a good guy finally. Oh my gosh, I'll never forget it. It was pretty neat. All right, so let's see who everybody's telling me about. Amy Scott says Batman. Oh, Arjans, what'd you think of Batman Begins? Tell me what you think of it. Brian says John Stewart, Green Lantern, Kilowog, and Lar Fleas. Okay. Steve wasn't born yet. I was, Steve. I was around. Batman. So Dan says Bane, Hugo Strange, and Batman. Wow, you got 2 bad guys in there, Dan. Cool. Me too, Angela. Michael Keaton's my favorite as well. I agree 100%. Oh my gosh, that's pretty cool too, Amy, to be able to see them at the drive-in. That's pretty neat. Yeah, I know. It was nothing like seeing them in person in the theaters when they first came out. It was the neatest thing back then. Yeah, I mean, you still get that today with movies, but yeah, it was pretty cool. We were very lucky. Yeah, Arjan's the music in the Batman movies are all really, really good. Make sure you check out the other 2 movies as well, Arjan's, The Dark Knight and The Dark Knight Rises. Great movies. You'll enjoy them. So Steve says The Flash is the Orange Lantern. Okay. Thank you, Brian. Absolutely. So, you know, I have to admit, I have to say, my 3 favorites are easily, well, Batman's number 1 by far. He's my favorite. Green Lantern is number 2. I love Green Lantern, and I love the Hal Jordan Green Lantern. I know a lot of people maybe don't like him. I love Green Lantern. I just think he's fantastic. And then if I have to throw a 3rd one in there, it has to be the Joker. I think he is probably the best villain of any, in my opinion, of any comic character, period. Marvel or DC, I don't care. I think the Joker is just a fantastic villain. And so that's my 3, for sure. I love Bane, too, to be honest with you, Dan. I think his character is really cool. The Dark Knight. Fair enough. I totally get that. I think I love The Dark Knight. I think for me, I like The Dark Knight Rises only a little bit more because of the ending. I just really enjoyed the ending of that movie. I remember seeing that in the movie theaters. I hope I'm not spoiling this for anybody, but at the end of the movie, when you think the worst, I was really upset. I was like, they can't end it like that. They just can't. They can't end it like that with him dying. I was like, there's no way he could be dead. And then when they show, you know, Alfred sitting in Italy at the table and looking over, and you see him, That was big for me. I wanted him to have a happy ending, so I love The Dark Knight, but for me, The Dark Knight Rises just a little bit more because of that. And oh my gosh, Arjan, I hope I didn't give that away. Okay, that's good. Good. I'm glad you saw. I'm glad you saw all of them. I was thinking to myself, man, did I just give that away? Bane's great. Tom Hardy's fantastic, Steve. I agree. Brian, he is. Well, Dan, you know, I think he survived. If you remember, in that scene at the end of the movie, when Lucius is there and they're looking at the machine, and he's talking about the autopilot, and he says the autopilot doesn't work. We need to get it fixed. And the guy says it's been fixed. There was a patch, and he goes, well, who? And he goes, who fixed the patch? And he goes, Bruce Wayne. So I think it was on autopilot, and he somehow got out. Yeah, Steve, that makes sense. That makes sense. A lot of the characters you like are because of the actors that play them. That's totally fine, and I totally get that. That makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense. Oh, wow, R. Johns, that's pretty cool. In 4K on Apple TV, I bet that's really cool to see. Oh, my gosh. It's really cool. And, you know, it's funny you say that because when you think of Jokers, like when I watched Suicide Squad, I don't know if you guys saw Suicide Squad, and I can't remember the guy's name that played the part of the Joker in Suicide Squad. I didn't enjoy his character. I don't think he did a good job as the Joker at all. But that's just me. I don't know what you guys think. I can't even think of his name, the guy that played the part, but I wasn't a big fan of him either. Not at all. But what about this? Oh, speaking of... Oh, I know what else I wanted to ask you guys. Anybody for your Christmas... Jared Leto. Thank you, Steve. Couldn't think of his name. I didn't think he did a good job. He was too... I don't even know how to word it. I didn't think he did a good job. Thank you, Arjan. Absolutely. Yep, that's right. I don't think he was good. It was just something off about his character. It just didn't... It didn't remind me. It didn't remind me of the Joker at all. It just didn't. I don't know. He wasn't good for me. He wasn't good to me. I didn't think he did a good job. Steve, he kind of did. I mean, it's going to be hard to match that. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't, Dan. I don't know why. He just didn't do well for me. I don't know how Joaquin Phoenix is going to do with the Joker. R. Johns, that's a good point. We'll have to wait and see. I mean, usually he does really good jobs in the roles he does. He's a good actor. We'll have to see. I don't know. I don't know if he will be or not. But I think a lot of it, you're right. Heath Ledger, it's going to be hard to beat what he did. But, you know, everybody's different. So I'm trying not to compare them to him. But I don't know. Jared Leto was terrible in my opinion. I don't know. I didn't enjoy it. Yeah, that kid did a pretty good job, Steve. I haven't seen the last few seasons of that show. I kind of gave up on it. No, Cesar Romero's great, Brian. Cesar Romero is great as the Joker from the TV show. Oh, my God. Yes, he does a wonderful job as the Joker. Absolutely. It's just different. You know, the TV show compared to the movies are just different. Absolutely. Cesar Romero is number 2 for me. I love him. I think, number 3. Behind Jack Nicholson, too. Oh, yeah, he's great. Yes, Dan. I agree. He is great. Joaquin Phoenix as Commodus is great. He's a good bad guy in that movie. Man, that's a good movie, too. But, so anybody out there get anything for Christmas Disney related? Anybody buying? Anybody get anything? I actually got a shirt. I don't know if you can see it. Melissa got me a People Mover shirt. It says... I'll have my people call your people, and it's got the People Mover on it. So that's pretty cool. Got that, and my son got me a Mickey Mouse. It's kind of like a store that I can put in my village, my Christmas village. That was really cool. So got a few things. Also got a Disney calendar, which of course it's in the background, but I got that early. That's been back here for a little while now. But what else did I get that was Disney? I got a couple other things, too. They got me a puzzle. I like doing puzzles. So definitely got some Christmas Disney stuff for sure. That's pretty cool, Steve. Steve, you make me a shirt too. Brian got a $50 gift card for Disney. That's awesome. That's awesome. And Dan, Mark Hamill does a great job as the Joker. Absolutely. I agree. I forgot all about him. Sorry. You're right. He does a good job. Man, Brian, $50. That's awesome, man. You could take that and go to Disney for the day. And, I mean, you can't get in the park yet, but that'll definitely cut some of the price off. Oh, pretty cool, Steve. That's really neat. That's really neat. Angela, what Disney books did you get? Which ones are you talking about? Yeah, Dan, that is surprising. I didn't get a ton, Dan. I didn't get a ton of Disney stuff. I got the shirt. I got the puzzle. I got a couple other little things, and I got the thing from my son. So, yeah, I agree. But I got a lot of Disney stuff when we went down in October, and that was kind of my Christmas. I told Melissa, I said, take it easy on me this year for Christmas. I'll get stuff while we're here. I don't need a ton. So that was kind of what I did. But Angela, yeah, me too. I agree, Steve. It makes me sad too. But Angela, what books did you get? You said I got both the Disney books. What Disney books are you talking about specifically? That's funny. Now, Dan will have to just get you something for Christmas that's Disney related. That way you have something. Now we feel bad for you. Everybody out there, go to Disney Dan's channel. Subscribe to Dan, and he has a, I think, a PayPal account. Be sure to donate to his channel so he can get something Disney for Christmas. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. But yeah, it's funny. But I didn't ask for anything, a ton from Disney, because I didn't want, I don't know, I didn't want to go. $50 insurance, there you go. Oh, hey, Dan, no, I appreciate it, buddy. We're only going to be on here a few more minutes ourselves. I appreciate you coming out. Hope to see you tomorrow night. I hope you have a magical day and sleep well, and hopefully we'll see you tomorrow. Even if we're not on, we'll at least try to drop in a little bit. So, yeah, no problem at all, bud. Thanks for coming in. So Angela says it's the Disney book with all the art and the art of Walt Disney's Mickey and Minnie. Neat. Oh, Angela, that's really cool. I think that's fantastic. That's fantastic. Man, those are really cool books. That's really neat. That's awesome. Oh my gosh, I can only imagine. And those probably weren't cheap either. Let me tell you. I bet they weren't cheap either. That's unbelievable. Did you guys see any of the behind-the-scenes footage of Star Wars Galaxy's Edge? They showed a little bit more of the rides. The Disney Mystified books. I'll have to look those up, Amy. What are those exactly? What are the Disney Mystified books? I'm going to look those up right now, because I don't know what those are. I'm looking them up as we speak. Sorry for that delay there. Oh, it's the stories and secrets behind Disney. Oh, cool. I didn't know that. I'll have to get those too. What do you think of them so far, Amy? Are they good books? Do you like them? Do they have a lot of interesting stuff in them? Brian, she's working tonight. I'll tell her when she gets home that you made pork chops and stuffing. It sounds good. Oh, Angela, that's great. I'm glad you got them, though. That's fantastic. Let us know what you think of those books. Arjon's, which... Oh, Disney Mystified sponsors Resort TV 1. Wow, that's pretty awesome. How about that? I didn't know that. Pretty neat. Pretty neat. Well, you guys are big time on Resort TV 1, let me tell you. Hopefully some of us will get there one day. When I move down there, Arjon's, and I'm saying when, because we're going to talk Melissa into it. When we move down there, we're gonna hopefully increase our increase our content. We hope. So they're by David Mumpower. Cool, Angela. Well, there you go, Amy. That's just what R. Johns was saying, that they get the sponsor there, and you heard about them from Resort TV 1. So there you go. So R. Johns, that's fantastic. That right there tells you that the sponsorship works, that the advertisement works going through Resort TV 1. Somebody heard about them and got them. So there you go. Once per stream, that's right, Brian. That's funny. Oh my gosh. I'll have to look into that for sure. Disney Demystified. I'm going to look into those for sure. They sound like they're actually going to be pretty interesting books. I hope so anyway. But yeah, I was looking at the behind the scenes of Galaxy's Edge, and oh my gosh, they actually look pretty darn cool. The 2 rides that are coming there look to be pretty awesome. And what's neat about the ride, the Battle Against the First Order, is that looks like it's a trackless ride. That's almost like a dark ride where you go through it. It's not a simulator ride. Angela, I'm going to look that up. Thank you for telling me, for sure. Absolutely, I'm going to look that up. But yeah, those rides over at Galaxy's Edge, I think the one is going to be like a trackless dark ride, and of course the Millennium Falcon one will be kind of like a simulator ride. But we got to see them. So they look like those rides are going to be pretty cool, and you know the lines are going to be astronomical out the door. And I'm hoping we get an actual date soon of when Galaxy's Edge is going to open in Disney World. We know it's coming earlier at Disneyland, but it would be nice if they could actually start giving dates so people could plan. How about that? Yep. I'll have to look into that, R. Johns. They do look interesting. I'll have to see what they're about. Steve, no problem. Steve, we're only going to be on for a few more minutes, buddy. Don't worry. I only wanted to go for an hour. I just wanted to at least stop in, say hi to everybody. And like I said, we didn't really have a stream going tonight. I don't think Spokesman was out there tonight. Obviously, Resort TV 1 didn't go live. Jen at Ears Emporium might have gone live tonight. But I knew there wasn't a lot of people going live, so I said, oh, let's go live for a little while and talk to everybody. And the other thing, too, is, folks, Tuesday night, I don't think we're going to be going live Tuesday night for Mouse Madness because it's New Year's Day. And so we probably won't go live Tuesday night for Mouse Madness. We will be there Thursday for Mouse Talk, Disney Talk Thursday, but we won't be there Tuesday. So I wanted to get that out there as well. Brian, I have to admit, I am not a Pokemon Go player. My 2 boys are. They love it, but I am not. Jen is live. Okay, Richard, I couldn't remember if she was live tonight or not. I hadn't looked yet, but I'll have to go on her stream for a little while. If you guys do go on to Jen's stream, be sure you let her know that Mouse Talk sent you over there. If you could, that'd be great. Let her know. Say, hey, Mouse Talk sent us over to your stream. That'd be great. We'd appreciate that. But I don't know about you guys, but I think that's one of the things I'm most looking forward to is Galaxy's Edge. That and Mickey's Runaway Railway. I know Melissa isn't because she's still very upset. Very, very upset about... I'm trying to center this here. Oh, Spokesman was live this morning. That's right, he was. And actually, I was on there for a few minutes. I forgot about it that fast. That's right, he was at the Magic Kingdom. But I'm actually looking forward to Mickey's Runaway Railway. I think it sounds pretty neat what they're going to be doing with that. You know, I think it'll go well. We did, Angela. I hope you had a good Christmas too. We had a very nice Christmas. This was the first. I have to admit, kind of going personal for a minute here. Hey, Noah, welcome in, buddy. Don't worry about us. I know you're down at Disney. Enjoy yourself. Hope you're having a great time down there. Hope you're having a great time. But this Christmas, Angela, I got to admit, was a little bit different in our household because this was the first Christmas that our oldest son wasn't home for Christmas morning. He moved out. Hey, Archangel, Disney Damsel, Verwan, welcome in. Welcome in, everybody. Hope you're all doing well. Catch you again. Archangel, that's totally fine. No problem at all. But Angela, yeah, it was the first time our oldest wasn't home for Christmas morning. So it was bittersweet. It was kind of sad not having Walter, our oldest, home. It was kind kind of gut wrenching. He came over later in the day with his girlfriend and all, but it was kind of hard. So, but it was great. And I hope yours was too. I hope everybody had a great Christmas. Rowan, welcome in. I watched your video a little bit earlier today. Your update on your channel sounds really good. I hope everything's going well. Rowan, we're talking about a little bit of everything, to be honest with you. We're talking DC, we're talking Marvel, we're talking Disney, we're talking Christmas haul, what you got for Christmas. Got all kinds of different stuff we're talking about tonight. And we got a lot of great people in here, and be sure to subscribe to these channels, folks. Lots of great channels in here. Steve's World, Disney Damsels, Pirate Princess Red, Steve's World. Did I say Steve's World already? Disney Dan was in here earlier. Noah's got his channel as well. We have a lot of great channels in here with some really great content. And if there's anybody else I missed, Arjan's has got his channel. And we have all kinds of people in here. So it's been awesome tonight so far. Really, really awesome. But Rowan, I hope you had a good time, Rowan, the other day when we did our special live stream. We had a great time. We thought that was really fun. We'll have to do that again. We'll have to pick another subject, and we'll do another live stream for sure, because that was a good time. Definitely a good time. And it's funny, you said, I know in your video, you were talking about how you were going to meet up with people up in New York. You know, Melissa and I aren't that far away. Maybe we'll come up and say hi and visit. Yeah, Angela, it's not, you know, don't get me wrong. We always want our children to grow up, and we want them, you know, to do well and move on. But I'm one, you know, a lot of parents always say, oh, the empty nest is great. You get to do whatever you want to do and stuff like that. I don't know if I'm going to be like that. I actually miss not having him at home. And when my youngest leaves next year to go to college down in Florida, it's going to make it even worse. Good, Rowan. We had an amazing time too. It was a lot of fun. There's nothing like doing a live stream with extra folks in there as well. It makes for so much fun. Yes, Steve. Thank you, everybody. If you could, please hit that like button for us. It's so important to the stream. It definitely helps with the channel. Helps to give you a little bit more, what's the word, exposure through YouTube, and it definitely helps out. We will, Rowan, if we're ever back up in New York, which I want to do really, really soon, because I actually love visiting New York. We've been up there a few times. My favorite time was the time we went for Christmas. I love Christmas in New York. It's so beautiful up there. It is sad, Arjan. To me, it is. I know some people. I have a lady at work that is so happy that her child moved out that she can do whatever she wants now. And I'm always like, I don't get it. But, you know, what can I say? Exactly, Steve. That's one of the things we're trying to do. That's one of the things I'm using as leverage to get down there. We'll see what happens, though. Who knows? We'll see what happens. But yeah, Rowan, we love going to New York. So next time we're up there, we'll have to make sure you know that. Oh my gosh, the Nutcracker Ballet. I have seen the Nutcracker myself. Now, when I saw it, I don't know who was doing it for you, but when I saw it, Rowan, it was the Moscow Ballet doing the Nutcracker down here in Maryland, in Baltimore. That's where we saw it. And oh my gosh, we loved it. I thought it was, I'm not even a big ballet fan. I'm not really a ballet fan at all. So I went in with like no expectations, and I loved it. I thought the dancing was great. The sets were really cool, and the music was off the charts amazing. It was amazing. Yeah, Angela, you know what? She does. Rowan does great ears and makeup vlogs, folks. Be sure you subscribe to Disney Damsel's channel. She does some great videos. Steve does great videos too, guys. If you haven't already subscribed to Steve's World, Steve does a lot of fun videos, does a lot of Lego making videos. They're awesome. I love them. You guys definitely check out those channels. They're great. And check out Angela too, Pirate Princess Red. And check them all out on Twitter, too. I think they're on Twitter and Instagram and a couple other places. Steve's going to get on Twitter. Arjan's, he is going to, I guess I can say it. He's going to Full Sail University, which isn't too far from Disney. Hey, no problem, Steve. No problem, Rowan. That's why we're all here. We're here to support each other. You guys do great work. you're better than us. You're posting videos all the time. I just don't have the time all the time. I wish I posted more videos, but we're gonna. That's kind of our New Year's resolution. We're gonna do a few more things, and we're actually. I didn't want to break this tonight, but I'll break the news anyway. We're probably going to start doing our podcast again. Melissa and I started before we even got on YouTube and became, entrenched in YouTube. We did a podcast first, and that was kind of our niche. We did a great podcast. We kind of stopped it back in March and haven't done it since, but I think we're going to do it up again. And the podcasts are so much fun. We really enjoyed that. It's strictly news related. It's all news about Disney. We talk about it. We give you the news. We give you our opinions of the news. And, we do shout outs and stuff like that. So that's, I think, going to be a lot of fun. I think we're going to start that back up. There you go, Arjons. Do you have room in your house, Arjons, for my son? That's one of the things that we have to do. We have to find somewhere for him to go. Steve, we really enjoyed the podcast. We actually did really well. A lot of people that you see come on our YouTube, live streams, like Robin and sometimes Rhiannon's in here, and other people. They're all originally from our podcast. They found us via the podcast first and just followed us here to YouTube. We enjoy the podcast. I think it's a lot of fun. What's really neat about the podcast is we have to do like several takes of the podcast. It's not live like this. And it's so funny because one time we took 8 takes to get it right. And it was like the funniest thing yet frustrating. Rowan, Melissa's great. She's working tonight. Unfortunately, she couldn't be here. And usually I play volleyball on Friday nights in the league, but we didn't play tonight. So I said, I'm going to go live. Amy, we enjoy it. We do. We do the In the News section first, where we talk about some of the main stories going on in and around Disney and Disneyland. We try to keep it to the continental U.S. And then from there, we talk about something called Around the Parks in our podcast, where we go around the parks to the different parks and talk about things that are going on specifically in those parks. And, whether it be special events, maybe some new food items coming in, just different things that might be going on. And then we talk about refurbishments. We talk about closures, things like that. Then we talk about, Melissa comes up with stuff. She'll do kind of like a Did You Know, talking about certain things with Disney on Did You Know, which is kind of trivia stuff, which is really cool too. So it's a lot of fun. We enjoyed doing the podcast. I think we put a lot of effort into that. And for me, I miss it. I really do. I feel there's a void there that we haven't done it in a while. And it's on iTunes. If you guys have a chance, I think you can ever get a chance. I think it's on iTunes. If you just go to podcasts and search Mouse Talk, you can find some of our other episodes. We have like 75 episodes that we did. Might even be more than that. But we had a good time with it. I think they're still on iTunes. But we haven't done one in a while, so I don't know if they take it off of there or not. But you can catch some of our old ones. And it's funny, if you listen to like one of our first podcasts we ever did, it's so bad, it's funny. And we got better as time went on. But yeah, Steve, yeah, I love volleyball. Play all the time. Play twice a week, Wednesdays and Fridays. That's why we don't go live on Wednesdays, because I'm not here. Rowan, it's fun. I have to find a way to incorporate bringing people on the podcast with us. That way we can have special guests on every once in a while and talk about things as well. I think that would be really cool. You know how you can do that with YouTube? I have to figure out how to do that with a podcast. I don't know how to do that. But I'm not, very technologically savvy either. I can barely do what we're doing. It took me forever just to learn to do what we're doing. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. We really enjoy doing the podcast. And I highly recommend, down the road. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. We'll get everybody on this. If I can find out how to do it and figure out how to get everybody incorporated into it, it's a lot of fun. And we put music in there in the beginning, put music in there at the end. It's a lot of fun. I enjoyed the podcast. And then people can comment on the podcast as well. And I think we're going to do it. And what we'll do this time, I think, with our podcast is we'll put the podcast on YouTube. So kind of like our videos, when you see our videos, if you notice, most of our videos, we're not in them. The only time you ever see Melissa and I are in our live streams. But in our regular videos, like our Disney month-by-month videos or our resort overviews. We're not in those videos. It's just pictures as we give our commentary. That's kind of what a podcast is. And that's what we'll do when we post it on YouTube. We'll post the podcast on YouTube and go that way. But it'll be neat. I think it'll be a good time. But, well, I won't hold you guys. Do we have a Disney trip planned anytime in the future? I don't remember if I asked you this before. We do, Rowan. We're going to go when we drop our son off, our youngest, when he goes down to Florida in August next year to go to college. While we're down there, we're going to visit Disney. Disney Dan's going to be down there. A few other YouTubers are going to be down there at the end of August, and we're going to be down there at the end of August. So we're going to take several days and go to Disney. We have good friends that live right outside Disney as well, so we'll visit them. So yeah, we're going to be going soon. How about you? Do you have a trip planned? Anybody else got a trip planned to Disney soon? Hey, Angela, no problem. I totally get it. We won't be too much longer. I'm sorry to hold you guys. I know we're running over, but we've got a lot to talk about. Rowan, we've been actually, when we go in August this year, it'll be our third time going in August. So we definitely get it. It is hot. It definitely is. But August can be a good month to be down there crowd-wise. I know you'll be there in August, R. Johns, and you're one of the people we're looking to meet. Again, we got the pleasure to meet R. Johns and Resort TV 1 in October when we were down there. And we now kind of regret that we didn't stay longer, Richard, with you guys. We should have hung out a little bit more. After we left and got back to our resort, we were like, man, we should have stayed. I totally get that, Rowan. It is hot. It can be really, really hot, so I totally understand that. Amy, that'd be great. I hope you're there in August. If it is, make sure to look for us. Hope maybe if you're down there while we're down there, that'd be awesome. Yep, 2020 Star Wars Land, Galaxy's Edge will be open, Rowan, so you'll be able to see that. And it'll be kind of like a few months in, so it'll be fun. Yeah, Richard, we should have stayed. But I'll admit, I got to admit, Melissa wasn't feeling too well that night, so I think that was part of it. Was we wanted to make sure that if she wasn't feeling well, we got her back to the room just in case if she wasn't feeling well and needed to lay down. I think that was part of it. But yeah, we were kind of bummed we didn't stay longer. It would have been nice. Oh, Steve, that'd be great. I hope you can get down in August too. That would be really fun if we can get a lot of us together and have a huge YouTube meetup. Even if it's not a huge one, even if it's just like a few of us getting together, just to be able to meet and finally meet each other person to person, face to face. That would be really cool. Even if it's only for a day or two, or a few hours, it would still be really neat. I think that would be. That would be something to remember for sure. My puppy dog back there, he's sleeping. I thought for sure by now he'd be jumping up on me. Well, everybody, I won't hold you all. It is the best. Absolutely, Rowan. It is. When you're meeting friends in Disney, it can be really fun. I know, Richard, I saw that too. I saw that Cargo was going to be there in August as well. Yeah, I hope so, Rowan. I hope you can get down there. I hope you guys can get back and take a trip. There are some good deals out there. There are some times that you can go that's cheaper. It ain't cheap going to Disney. And the only reason why we go as often as we do is because we're DDC members. And if it wasn't for that, then we wouldn't be going as often as we do. But we're blessed and we're very lucky to be able to do that. But you can come down with us, Rowan. You and the family can stay with us. We'll take everybody if we can. Disney is something else, let me tell you. Yeah, I can't wait too, Steve. It won't. You know what? It'll get here before you know it too. That's the other thing. It won't take long. Before we know it, it's gonna be July going into August, and we're gonna be like, man. And then before we know it, it's gonna be over. We're gonna be back to our mundane lives, going to work every day. Oh, Rowan, that's true. And hey, you guys are always welcome anytime. If there's anything we can ever do for anybody, you let us know. We're always here to help where we can. But, well, I'm going to head out, guys. I will not hold anybody any longer. I hope everybody's enjoyed this kind of spur-of-the-moment live stream. Steve, I don't know that it's a specific week. I know it's supposed to be the end of August. I think we can kind of, as we get closer, we can start to get specific weeks for sure. So we can do that. Oh, Zoe went live in Disneyland as well. Cool. Well, if you guys go out to Jen, Air Emporium, or if you go over to Wishing Mouse, whoever you go, hey, Disney World Adventure, welcome in. Welcome in. We're still here. We're talking for a few more minutes. But if you guys go out to Wishing Mouse or Air Emporium, make sure you tell them that Mouse Talk sent you. But, yeah, oh, absolutely, everybody. It was a lot of fun tonight. I hope you had a good time. Be sure to, check out all the live streams on the live place as well. Dean does a great job over there, Dreamers Empire. He does a wonderful job. It's so much fun. But I hope everybody's doing well. I hope you guys enjoyed it tonight. It was kind of just a potluck of talking about different things. And, you guys are all wonderful. We enjoy everybody coming in when they do. And, anybody have any final questions before we leave? I don't mind staying on. I just don't want to hold you guys. Hear me running my mouth. I will, Rowan. Thank you for joining us. I appreciate it. No problem. I had a good time too. Normally we're not on Fridays, so it's great seeing everybody. Absolutely. And I'll tell her you said hi. I hope you're doing well and hope your family's doing well. Oh, hey, Marisol, don't worry about it. You have a full house. You totally got people in there. I get it. I totally understand that. No problem at all. No problem at all. But I will, guys. I'm going to jump off. Everybody, please hit that like button before you leave. Give us that thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, if you could do that as well, it really helps us a lot. We're getting there. We're moving slowly but surely at a snail's pace, but every like we get, every subscription we get, we're very grateful and very honored to have it. So, everybody, hey, Archangel, thank you again for coming in as well. I hope you enjoyed it tonight. We definitely are very family friendly. We keep it that way. It's important, and it's our top priority. Thank you, Disney World Adventures. I appreciate it. But everybody, please take care of yourselves and each other. I hope everybody has a great night. Thank you again. Hey, Michelle Verico, welcome in. We're just ending. Darn it, I wish you could have got in a little bit earlier. But I appreciate you stopping in, even if it's for just a few seconds. I appreciate it. But you guys have all been great. And please take care of yourselves and each other. And we will definitely talk to everybody soon. Everybody have a happy new year. I'll try to get on Disney Dan's live stream tomorrow night on Disney Fiasco. It's my birthday, so my son's taking me to dinner. We're going to try to get back in time, so we will see. But in the meantime, again, take care of yourselves and each other. Bye. Have a great night. Thank you for joining us. I appreciate it. Bye, everybody.